Have you ever worked in a retail setting and there's just moments that make you question the state of the human race? Well, what I'm about to tell you are those moments. Moments that I've personally experienced. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these retail horror stories. So this one happened this past Friday, and this moment was what inspired me to finally make this video. So it's the first hour of my shift. I'm renting people out. There's this guy that comes. I'm scanning his stuff, and one of the items that he brought up was like a bag of the Chips Ahoy cookies. So after I'm finished renting him out, he grabs all of his stuff except for the bag of the Chips Ahoy. I mean, it's not really unusual for people to forget about like one or two things and they just leave it on the counter. I mean, that didn't bother me at all that much. So I want to say, in like the next 10 to 20 minutes, the guy comes back in. I'm renting out a guy that wanted a pack of the zigzags or whatever. So normally, when a customer leaves behind an item, they'll just usually excuse themselves. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this item. They'll take it. Wish me a good day and just care about their day. But that's not exactly what happened in this situation. The guy that left behind his Chips Ahoy cookies, he was like hovering the guy that I was working with, and he proceeded to say, "Yo," he grabs the bag of cookies, he does this, and then he looks to my friend, my coworker. He stares at him, lock eyes for a moment, and then he just walks away. And the guy that wanted a zigzag, he goes to me, "What's his problem?" So I pretty much explained to him, that I run him out. He grabbed everything except for the bag of Chips Ahoy, and he tells me, "Oh, if I were you, I would have told him to go fuck himself." Yeah. That's literally what happened not too long ago. But I mean, the thing is that, in any retail setting, you'll have like nice people, you have rude ass customers, like the guy that I just made fun of. Stuff like this doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, it just makes you question why you're even working at this job to begin with. And on the same exact day, I was in the cooler, stocking the drinks and whatever, and my coworker Jacob, he comes in and asks me if we have any of the blue smart waters, and I told him yeah, and so he goes and and he finds it, and he tells me that there was a guy that came in, and he looked around every nook and cranny, and he couldn't find it, and Jacob tells me, well there it is, the guy just being a dumbass. Which it's like, I mean, do people have like blinders or something? Like, how do you not notice it? It's like, it's literally right there in front of you, and you couldn't find it. I mean, I don't know if this person was blind or something, but I mean, take a look at me. I'm wearing prescription glasses. I mean, my eyesight isn't exactly perfect, but it's good enough to where I can clearly make out what certain brands look like. And this situation actually reminds me of another time, but this time it happened during the summer. I think it was like either July or early August. It was like towards the end of my shift. It was like 8 o'clock at night, or whatever. This guy comes in. He greets me. He goes in the back where we keep the waters and stuff. One of the waters we have is like a Gatorade type of water. The ones that have the orange cap on it. So he comes to me with the bottle, and he pulls out a ShopRite coupon, and he asks me if the coupon is good here. Keep in mind, I work at a gas station. I don't work at ShopRite or anything, and I had to tell him no, that it wasn't good here. He's like, "Oh, okay." And he just puts the water back. Do you know how stupid you have to be, to not know that you can't use that coupon here? And another thing that I don't understand is that this is a common question that I get asked pretty much nearly all the time. Somebody walks in, they don't even like look left or right. They just like, walk forward or whatever, and they literally ask me, do you know where the bathrooms are? Gee, I don't know. Maybe if you like turned your head to the left by about 5 inches or so, you would be able to see a door in the back that's got big bold letters that says restroom on it. I mean, I don't do that. I just kindly say, oh, it's in the back, right where the ATM is, and they go, oh, thank you, and they just go. Do you not look? Do you not pay attention to your surroundings? Like this is the crap that I deal with, like a good chunk of the time. I mean, again, this doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough to where it's like I don't understand how people can be so stupid. Like what the fuck? This one, let me tell you, if you thought, the guy with the ShopRite coupon and the guy that looked around everywhere and couldn't find the blue smart water, even though it's clear as crystal, it's like visible, nobody's hiding it. If you thought those guys were stupid, what I'm about to tell you, will make you piss blood. So sometimes, people like, they usually like, get something from the store, whether it be a, snack, a drink, pack of cigarettes or whatever. As soon as I tell them the price, they go, oh crap, I left my wallet in the car, I'm gonna go get it. It's like, this isn't a charity, okay? This is a store. The money doesn't grow on trees, and the items, they're not free. You actually have to pay money, whether it's cash, credit card, Apple Pay, whatever, I just don't understand. It just makes me scratch my head and makes me think to myself, are we living in idiocracy? I mean, how do you not know that you have to have your wallet on you at all times to be able to buy the things that you want? There is actually one more thing that I want to talk about, and it has to do with IDs when it comes to cigarettes and cigars or whatever. So for those that don't know, I'm from Connecticut, and we have a law where you have to, ask for everybody's ID, regardless if they're above the age of 21 or not. So we card people that are in their 20s, that are clearly much older than their 20s, senior citizens too. It's fucking retarded, okay? But the kicker is that sometimes people come in without their ID. They ask for like a pack of cigarettes or like vapes or whatever. I ask them for their ID. It's like, I forgot my ID. I'm clearly old enough, and some of them will literally give me their date of birth, and it's like, no, I'm sorry, you have to have your ID, and they do, and then they walk off with their nerves, and they kind of like cuss me out, and they leave. It's like, I don't make the rules. I don't want to lose my fucking job over a dumbass draconian bullshit law. All right, cut me some slack. I remember one time it was not too long after I first started working at my current job. A young guy came in. He was like, I think he was like in his late 20s or something like that. I think he wanted like a vape or something. I asked for his ID, and he's cool with it. And the thing is that when you're looking for the ID, you have to make sure it's not expired. And I think the ID expired like 3 years prior. Like keep in mind it was like last year, 2023. But hell, by the time the video comes out, it's probably gonna be 2025. But you get my point. So I tell him, oh, I'm sorry, your ID's expired. I can't give it to you. And he started getting mad. He started getting mad at me. It's like I'm sorry. I don't want to lose my job over it. Like I understand you're old enough, but I don't want to get in trouble for it. He gives me like this smile, and he loudly says, "Thank you," and then he just walks off with his nerves back to his car. Retail. That's the beauty of retail. I love it. Just following the dream. Gotta follow the dream. All right, so I'm just gonna end the video here because if I were to continue, all the bad days that I've had when it comes to working at retail, the video is probably gonna be like 2 hours long. So I'll just stop here. For those that are subscribed to me, that have watched one of my more recent videos, like the recent super bad YouTube poop. I'm currently working on a YouTube poop based on Ricky Bobby. I don't know when the video's coming out. I started working on it like sometime last week. It's most likely going to come out, like early this upcoming year, 2025. So be on the lookout for that. If you found the video entertaining and you want to hear more of my crazy rants, subscribe, like it, and until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.